What's up, guys? I'm Will with thewillgrant.com, and I've been doing the Wim Hof Method pretty much every day for about a year now. In this video, I'm going to be going over my experiences and what I feel like I've personally gained from doing the method on such a regular basis. Through that, you'll be able to decide if this is a good investment of your time moving forward, so stay tuned. My older brother Matt is actually the first one to tell me about the Wim Hof Method. He broke his arm and told me that he was going to heal his broken arm in half the time through some sort of breathing and cold therapy that I didn't really understand, but I thought he was crazy. I mean, he is pretty crazy. He's an ex-First Force Recon Marine and literally the strongest person I've ever met, physically and mentally. But I trust and have faith in my brother almost more than anyone else in the world. So when he says something, I take it to heart. So I did some research myself, and as I began to learn more about this method, I realized it was pretty much right up our alley and it could help me in so many ways. So last August, I decided that I was going to make this an everyday habit and see the results myself, and just to see how well this thing really works. And honestly, my whole life changed. Nothing else in my life has made as big of a positive impact in my life than the Wim Hof breathing method. These are the top, say, 5 or 6 things of my own experiences that I feel like I've gained from doing the method every day for the past year. So the number one thing is it changed my default setting. And by that I mean my everyday constant mood, the way I wake up and the way I'm just unconsciously living throughout the day. My default setting became a lot more not only efficient but effective, happier and more content, and I just really felt like I was firing on all cylinders. Which leads me right into number 2, is it taught me how to perform better. So through doing this breathing and these breath holds, I started to take notice where my mind went when I was getting really good times, and I noticed where my mind was going when my times weren't as good. And in that, I started taking that into my everyday, my normal activities, my normal performance, to really adjust where I wanted my mind to be during certain activities. So number 3, which may be the most impactful, is it expanded my comfort zone, which automatically made me better at managing stress. When those small things that usually chip away at your shoulder don't really bother you anymore, it's amazing what you can accomplish. Your success and happiness has a direct correlation with how big your comfort zone. If you're able to expand and strengthen your comfort zone, you will be more likely to be able to ask for that raise or ask that girl out, or just step out of your comfort zone has a direct correlation with how successful you are in every single area of your life. Number 4, which I think is really neat, is after about a couple months of doing this method every single day, I quit getting sick. I mean, altogether. And I really have always had a pretty strong immune system to where I never really got sick often. But, I have had a little allergies, maybe a little stuffy nose, and occasionally, like a mouth ulcer or a cold sore. And really after a couple months, those all went away. I don't ever get stuffy noses. Allergies don't bother me. I haven't had a cold sore since. So this is why people who are getting sick all the time, I always recommend the first thing is start breathing heavy and get in some cold water. So number 5 is it just gave me more energy and more control over my current state of being. So when I noticed myself going into a bit of a slump or getting in some sort of mood, I would easily be able to be aware and notice that and instantly redirect to where I'm going. And I really just felt like I was in the driver's seat of not only my day, but my emotions and my mood as well. Last but not least, number 6 is it made me happier and more confident in myself and everything that I was doing. So being able to be hyper aware of myself and my life and being able to step out of my comfort zone instantly made me happier and gave me a clear vision of what I really want to accomplish and what I really want to do in this life. And I've been able to have that courage to step out of my comfort zone on a daily basis in order to do what I need to do to accomplish what I want to accomplish. So as you may be able to tell through this video and my previous videos, I'm extremely passionate about the Wim Hof Method, and I really plan on doing some sort of this method for the rest of my life. That's why I always recommend, anytime I hear anyone suffering from anxiety, depression, they're getting sick all the time, or just wanting to reach the next level, the first thing I always recommend is look into Wim Hof and his method, because he's doing fantastic things. If you're looking to do a little bit more research or reading on this method, I highly recommend this book by Steve Carney called What Doesn't Kill Us. Steve Carney makes a living pretty much debunking gurus and their methods, and he went and dove into the Wim Hof method and actually met him and stayed with him in order to debunk his method, and he left actually becoming a full-blown believer and everyday practitioner, and he really just writes about how it changed his life, and he puts a lot of the scientific reasoning behind it too, which is really awesome. So if you're interested in getting this book, I'll leave a link in the description below. Alright guys, I really hope this video helped in some way or another. If it did, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up and think about subscribing, because I'm coming out with new videos every single week. Also, I have some new updates on my website as well, so check that out at www.thewillgrant.com. Thanks